self-infliction or whatever.
Oh, God.
So
now all this stuff's happening there, and they end up taking him, they move him, because they don't know what else to do. So they move him to like a more secluded place so no one hears him screaming all this stuff. And they confine him to a room. The health of the priest is deteriorating. He even broke out in boils at one point. And things were just getting worse. They didn't know what to do. Nothing was working. So they decide they're going to baptize him. And when they tried to force him to take communion, I guess they had the worst outburst of violence that he ever had. And finally he accepted the communion. But days later, in his outburst, he's like freaking out and screaming, and out of the blue, during the middle of this outburst, he speaks in this clear voice, and he declared, I'll let you read it because you can do your voice.
Me?
Yeah, you get that cool voice.
Satan.
No,
Satan.
No.
Not that one?
Oh, no, good voice.
Good voice?
This is the Archangel Michael speaking.
Okay, well, I've read this before, but I just seen Satan. And,
Satin.
Satan, I am Saint Michael, and I command you, Satan, and the other evil spirits to leave the body now.
And guess what? Bam, it's done.
Bam!
Bam, just like that. Because Michael is all that and a bag of chips.
He is.
Well, he's, Michael the Archangel.
They witnessed this.
They did. They said they saw some kind of a bright apparition, and like in the movie a little bit.
You always wonder why things like this have to happen with the last two stories we talked about, and why there isn't more of this, or why did this have to go to this level. But you know what? It's still teaching us today.
Right.
All these years later, we're able to look at some of these things, and we can say, here's what happened, God's going to allow something like this to go to this level to say, there's something we can learn from this for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And that the fact that it made it to Hollywood, there's a reason for that, too. Because that allows it to be spread everywhere.
So people have some kind of awareness.
Awareness of something, and people like us and other people can use that as a helping or, because they are real stories. They're not fake. So,
right. Now, here's some that they didn't make movies out of, but they're sort of creepy. There was this guy named Michael Taylor, and he was in Great Britain. He was married, he had family and friends. They said he was loving, he was an attentive husband. They had a stable life, he was hardworking, intelligent. They had 5 kids. They said their house was always filled with laughter and happiness. Just nothing bad to say about the guy. So his wife had a friend who joined some kind of like Christian fellowship, but the way they describe it sounds a little bit like a cult, a little bit. But so they joined this thing, and they started using Scripture to accommodate their beliefs versus making Scripture the belief. You know what I mean? So it sounded like a cult. But okay, so one night the group.
That sounds like modern day religion.
Yeah.
Let's just find the Scripture that works for what we believe. Let's not read it in its entirety.
Work around that.
Let's not read it for all of what it is. Let's just this would be good. Let's just take part of this sentence and we'll use this. We'll base our religion around it and we'll call it truth.
That's so dangerous. Spirit of deceit there.
Come as you are, stay as you are. Everything's just peaches and cream.
So one night this group has a female leader, and her and this guy, Michael Taylor, they sat up all night, and they started making the sign of the cross over their foreheads and stuff, because they were concerned that something was wrong with one of the other members. So they're in this deep prayer, and they're doing all this weird stuff. And all of a sudden, Michael says this odd spirit comes over him, feeling of lust for this woman, something that he couldn't control. He started envisioning her naked, and just a lot of crazy sexual stuff. So he leans over and he kisses her, and she stops. And she's like, you can't do this, And she says that his features changed, almost like a beast, like wild looking kind of thing. And
you said that about me.
I did. I couldn't handle myself. I think that was for real, though. I don't think that was a spirit.
Oh.
You're pretty hot. That's what it was about, baby. Yeah.
Sticky sweet.
Don't sing 80 songs. Anyway, so they end up going, even though she's supposedly this female leader of this group, she seeks a priest to exorcise him. And within 24 hours, they say they removed 40 demons from him, okay? But something must have laid dormant, because right after this 24 hours of casting this thing out, he decides he leaves this exorcism, goes home, and he brutally murders his wife and his mother-in-law's dog. He killed her with his bare hands. He gouged out her eyes, and he ripped out her tongue, and almost ripped her entire face off. And then during the exorcism, okay, one of the Christian women said that the spirit of murder was going to come upon the wife.
Huh.
Like prophecy. I feel that
That didn't work out well, no, did it?
So I don't think that exorcism was too...
We'll have to say that one's botched, babes.
But here, after he kills her, he wanders the streets for hours covered in blood. The police find him, and they ask him, whose blood's on you? And he says it's the blood of Satan. Satan. At his trial, he was found guilty. He was found not guilty of her murder by reason of insanity. It was like one of the first times. He was treated 4 years at an asylum for the criminally insane, and he was released as cured. But a little footnote, 30 years later, he ended up back in court for touching a teen girl a couple times. But they thought he was going crazy because in court, while he's in court for that, he asked if he was going to go to the prison for murdering his wife. It's like, okay, that was 30 years ago. He attempted suicide numerous times in those 30 years, and he was sent to a psych ward for treatment again. So,
yeah, they were just, something just continued to eat away at him.
Yeah.
But you only have...
Ooh, fireworks. Must be a heck of a podcast. They're celebrating. Now, we got 1906 in Africa, okay? There's a Christian student named Clara Germaina. There's a 16-year-old girl, and St. Michael's started to act strange. Okay, suddenly, she could understand and fluently speak German, French, and Polish. Out of the blue.
Well, I can do that now.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No. Oh, you can understand and speak German, French, and Polish?
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
Pig Latin, Scott.
No, and I got bocce and,
Bocce.
Latin and a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
Oh, speak something. Something Polish.
Huh?
Speak something Polish.
I'm not going to... No, you're not... No.
Kibaska. See? I know Polish. You don't.
I do.
French. Speak something French.
Oui.
Amour. I speak
Oui,
French.
oui.
Oui, oui. Gagopati.
Yep.
She knew very private secrets about strangers, their history, and their thoughts. And, of course, she was repulsed by any Christian object. See? See some of these normal things or common characteristics?
Yes.
Well, then she starts levitating while in bed.
Oh, it happens to me all the time. Seville Savazzle.
Yeah.
No big deal. A little levitation makes it for easy getting the cobwebs off the corners of the ceiling.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta do that
you
more
can
often.
really see what the top of those fan blades look like.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Not.
Time to change the light bulb. You're right there anyways. Why not?
Levitation works.
It does.
Now, she had superhuman strength. She could throw people twice her size.
Now, Battle Cat. First our friends.
Many witnesses say they heard her voice alter in an animal-like kind of voice. Someone said a veritable herd of wild beasts orchestrated by Satan. Isn't that crazy? So she reveals days before it started that she made a pact with the devil. She said she gave him permission to take over her body. Okay, no one knows why she did that, but she does. Great. Two priests perform an exorcism, took 2 days, and I guess over 170 people witnessed her levitate in the air. Yep. And while the priest read the scripture, she started levitating. And she even tried to strangle one of the priests, so...
Levitation
is that a song?
Making me float. What?
That's not even a real song.
No, I'm making it up.
I know, I'm listening. I'm like, who's that by? I'm always listening. I believe you.
Yeah, I'm a songwriter too, okay?
Okay. Just
There's
like Bret Michaels.
Yeah. It's hot, man.
That's hot. Rock my world.
It does.
So the priests say that they were able to remove the spirits. So, that's...
Spirit be gone!
So, I don't know. That's another one. We have plenty more that we could do, but we've really run out of our time. So there's a lot of stories. But you can see all the characteristics of this.
Characteristics.
The oppression, the influence.
Influence.
So why do you think they have this? Why do you think people get demonly possessed?
I think there's occult practices going on.
In every case?
Whether it be religious occult practices, or practices of other spiritual means, Ouija boards and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're practicing anything outside with, you can pray in front of a stone statue all day long. Don't expect a lot of result in a positive way.
I think a lot of times if
I shall have no other gods before me, for I am a jealous God, and I visit the iniquity.
See?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
First commandment. It's real simple. It's easy.
You got to be
Basic.
careful. And that's not why every person's possessed, but, I mean, they
That's
open
not
it
why.
up. So
they
they don't randomly pick somebody.
You know what I'm saying, we're babes. You step outside that door, stuck up, babes.
Yeah, when they made him a demon, I was like, that's not real. Beetlejuice ain't no
He
demon.
didn't say he was a demon.
Yeah, he says he's a demon. Remember Demon Exorcist or something?
He's Beetlejuice. You don't classify him as anything bad.
Yeah, that's what his card said.
Oh,
Beetlejuice
no,
card.
he's a good guy.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So he's not bad.
Everybody loves him, man.
You do. You're good at him.
Oh, he's good. He's good at him.
So we're going to do sort of a part 2 next week. We're going to give scripture.
It'll be the second part of 2.
We're going to talk about serial killers and
Part
what leads
B.
them. Part B. What makes them kill?
What makes them kill cereal?
No, not kill cereal. They're serial killers.
Serial killers.
But that is it for
Count
tonight.
Chocula.
No.
Remember Count Chocula?
Yes. They still
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah, only at Halloween.
Once in a while you can
How
find
could
them.
you not want marshmallows the rest of the year in your cereal?
Well, they have them in other cereals.
How about
We're gonna talk
Blueberry? There was Blueberry.
Yep.
Yeah.
They still have that.
It's a great nutritious cereals, man.
I know.
Artificially flavored and everything.
That's not the serial killer we're talking about, though, honey.
Cereal's gone, ain't it? Somebody killed it.
We are live every week, usually on Friday nights, but you can listen and download anytime via Spreaker.
Download anytime you want, brother.
Via Spreaker and
Spreaker.
and iTunes.
I tune you.
You can follow us on Spreaker
Follow us.
and get notifications when we broadcast live.
Notification.
Or email us, talksupernatural@gmail.com.
Gmail. But until next week, the norm is off, the freaky is on, and you know what? We're gone.
This world's a tortured place to be. So many things to torment me. And as I stumble down this road, it takes a toll. I need an intervention. But I can see it coming. Some things just can't be explained.
And that's all, folks.